This has been the most requested video ever, so I thought it's about time to take you around and show you my little space. This is a 2 BHK house. I live alone, but technically this is my parents' house. So one way I don't live alone. It's small, but it's built with hard work, care and love. And to me, that's what makes it cozy, peaceful and truly special. Alright then, let's dive right into the house tour. Starting off with my kitchen, right when you enter, you'll see the door. It's wooden, made in a traditional Naga style, and it actually has 2 parts, the upper and the lower. I love the detail. It feels so homely and traditional. And as you walk in, straight ahead is the window. I'm sure you guys have seen me opening this window plenty of times in my videos. From here, I can see my aunt's garden, which make the whole space feel fresh and peaceful. Just above the window, I have kept 2 leaves on both the ends. It's such a small thing, but it makes the space look so pretty. Now right next to it is my sink area. Nothing fancy here, it's super simple, but honestly it's very functional. This is where all the magic cleaning happens. Moving on, we have my gas stove, and beside it this little counter space where I usually do all my chopping and plating. You have probably seen this spot in my cooking clips a lot, and of course I had to place a tiny plant here because, well, plant just makes everything better. Underneath there is a storage, and I have kept all my glasses and few other essentials. Now this part is what I love about my kitchen. Over here is my 6-block all wooden rack, which is basically the backbone of my kitchen. It holds every little thing, utensil, plates, spoons, veggies, you name it. Without this, I swear I'll lose half of my spoons every day. And yes, I couldn't resist adding more plants here too. On the other counter, I've got my induction. This is literally where most of the actual cooking happens. And right next to it is my drinking water, along with some extra storage because you can never have too much water, right? Now, one of the coolest thing in my kitchen has to be this Naga style chimney. It's practical but also gives a traditional vibe, which I love so much about it. Over here I have my old fridge. It's not in great condition, but it still works. We don't really use it for food, but it's more of storing some extra things. And of course I have placed a plant on top of it to make it look more better. And right next to it you'll spot some feathers, which are usually found in every Naga households. It just adds that cultural touch and I just love it. And finally, one of my absolute favorite about this kitchen is the sunlight. Just look how beautifully the sun rays shine through. It makes the whole space feel so warm, cozy and alive. By now you guys already know I have a plant obsession, so yes, even in the kitchen I have tucked in few here and there to make it alive and refreshing. So yeah, that's my little kitchen tour. It's simple, cozy and very much me. Moving on to my living room, when you enter on the left side there is a switchboard where all the lights and fans are connected. To make it look a little less plain, I hang this fake plant here along with some flower hangings just to add some cozy touch. And below there is a small table where I keep a lamp, candle and some tissues. The lamp is honestly so pretty, it literally elevates the whole vibe of the room, and the candle, smells so good. It makes the space feel fresh and cozy at the same time. Now in the center of the room you'll see the big wooden table. It's basically a multi-purpose table. It sometimes serves as a dining table, sometimes a study table, and honestly anything in between. It's pretty old, probably from when I was in high school, but again it still does its job perfectly. Then moving on to the window, you have definitely seen me opening this so many times in my videos, and hanging there is my DIY sun catcher, which you guys loved it so much. It catches the sunlight so beautifully, and every time the ray hit, it makes the whole room feel magical. Next to the window, I have this little hanger from Misho where I hang some flowers, and also this plant my dad picked up from a shop. It sits here perfectly and adds such a nice fresh vibe. And then comes my fridge. On the top of it, I have kept a traditional plate called asku as a little decor piece. The fridge itself has some magnets from different places I have visited so far. It's kinda like a mini memory wall. Next to it, I have placed a big healthy palm plant to bring more greenery into the space. On the other side, there is a red wooden sofa. It adds such a nice pop of color to the room. It's also Mr.'s favorite spot to nap and snack on, but honestly, it's mine too. Near the sofa, there is also a small table where I have kept a plant called elephant ears, which add more greenery and cozy touch to it. And just above the sofa, there are two big frames, which is the picture of Bethlehem and Jerusalem. My dad got them when he visited the city, so they are really special. To give it a boho touch, I added some dried barley on the sides. So yeah, this is my living room. It's small, cozy, but honestly full of peace, love, and little things that make it special. Every day I try to make it look a little better, but for now, this is my happy space. Moving on to the first room of the house, probably the most underrated one, because honestly no one really stays here, but yes, it does have a bed. This room has a little bit of everything. There is a big wooden almirah where we keep all our clothes and bed stuff like extra pillow covers, bed sheets, blankets, and of course we have managed to pile even more things on top of it. Next to it there is a bookshelf, and the whole thing is filled with the old books that have been collected over the years. Then there is a window that keeps the space open, and another wooden rack stacked with trolleys and some other stuff that we don't use every day. There is also the big frame that adds a little extra character to the wall. What I love about this room is how my sister added her touch by putting up these warm fairy lights. It instantly makes the whole space feel cozy, even though it's not the most maintained room. So yeah, this room is basically where most of our things end up. It might not be perfect, but in its own way it does the job and still manages to look beautiful. Moving on to the favorite part of the house, my cozy little space, my bedroom. This is how it looks when you enter. There's a door, a screen, but honestly the door doesn't work. It's hard to pull, so we usually keep it that way. Then comes my bed. Above my bed I have hung some flowers to give the Pinteresty touch. It literally feels like I'm sleeping under a tree of beautiful flowers. My bed is super cozy. It's where I spend most of my time thinking, sleeping, editing, or just chilling. And fun fact, literally everyone who visits my house ends up hanging out here because it's so cozy and comforting. My friend always say my room feels like the best place to just relax and vibe. Next to my bed is the OG of this room, my window. I'm sure you have seen me opening it in almost every single video of mine, but I love it so much because it brightens up my room and makes it feel alive. I've also kept a small plant here to add that extra cozy touch. Then comes my clothing hanger where I keep all my clothes. It just makes it easier for me to grab and go. Below I have kept all my boots and some flats. Right next to that is a full-length mirror which definitely adds a classy touch to the room, and yes, it's my outfit check spot. Now this is my skincare shelf where I keep all my skincare accessories, few more mirrors and some flowers, and I think this is also one of my favorite spots in my room. Below I have kept some of my clothes like my jeans, casual pants, skirts and some PJs. Under that I have stored some of my stuff from my small business. If you guys don't know, I do run a small business, so yeah, these are all the essentials of my small business. Beside that is a small shoe rack for my heels and shoes, and on top of it I keep some of my books. In this tote bag I have stored all of my side bags because if I keep them out they get really dusty. And lastly, here is Mr.'s bed, his little corner where he sleeps so peacefully. Every detail in this room is simple but made with so much love. It's minimal, cozy and comforting in every corner, which is why not just me but everyone who visits fall in love with this space. And that's it guys, my little house tour. Like I said, it's not the fanciest or the most aesthetic house you see online, but it's home. Every corner has its own story, its own warmth, and honestly, that's what makes it so special to me. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my space, the kitchen, the living room, my cozy bedroom, everyone's favorite spot, and even the storage but still pretty room. It's all small, simple, but filled with love. Thank you so much for watching till the end. It honestly means the world to me. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a like and of course subscribe if you haven't already. And drop a comment below telling me which corner of my house was your favorite. Until next time, sending you lots of love and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.